Hello and welcome back. Today we are looking at one of my personally controversial frames. This is Volt or Volt Prime. Now I'm actually going to be splitting this build video into two parts because there's one build for Volt that I think works absolutely brilliantly and another one that I find confrontational, shall we say. Anyway, the first build we're going to be going over is the build that I find works absolutely beautifully. Now, what I'm showing here is a void defense, and with a CC Volt, which is what I have on this particular build, this is done really easily. So it does portray the ease of this frame. It's basically run around and press 4. This will do minimal damage to your enemies, although the closer they are the more it actually does, as the static discharge from his overcharge ability conducts between the enemies and it can actually do more damage through that means. However, the main purpose of it in essence is really to stun them and lock them in place so you can just pick them off like the diseased maggots they are. But overall, this frame works really, really well. It's great for interceptions, it excels at defences, it's great at survivals. It's not too great for exterminates because there's a travel time from the ability and you generally find that Ember or Equinox has killed everything beforehand. But if you're planning on doing a solo exterminate, there's no reason you can't use this. In general, this frame works really, really well in a multitude of situations for different reasons. He's quite defensive, he's got great CC, he can pile in the damage depending on how large the map is and the mob spawns and whether it's an open tiled map so that there's more than one tile, such as the survivals of the exterminates. However, if it's a lockdown tile, such as a defense or an interception, like just one tile where the game takes place, he really does excel. He can pretty much reach the overall size of the map just by pressing 4 if you have max range, and he can just generally wreck everything. He mixes in very, very well with a mag that is designed to strip armor, so using her third ability. So the mag will strip the armor, the Volt locks everything in place, as well as does that niggling damage. So they've now got no armor, they can't move, and all you've got to do is go around and pick them off. So that's where an Ember or an Equinox or something can come in and just push its way through. So as a defense frame for endgame or even interception, you can do some wondrous things with him, and he can really push the limit out. There are other builds you can go into him. There's another probably more viable build for him, but I'd want to go into that with a separate video. This is basically there to detail his CC build, his overcharge build. Adding in his passive as well, sort of, if you want to utilise that, you have to become quite mobile, because the more steps you take, it increases his damage counter, which you can see at the top right. It goes up to 1,000, and that is released upon his next ability, so he can get some pretty darn good damage out, but you have to stay mobile with him. So really, overall, he is a great frame. You've just got to know what build to use with him and in what situation. The build I am using at the moment is Corrosive Projection, Cunning Drift, Prime Flow, Overextended, Constitution, Stretch, Prime Continuity, Intensifier, Fleeting Expertise, and his Augment Capacitance. You can swap Fleeting Expertise for Streamline, but this will decrease your efficiency, although increase your duration. Anyway, that's me. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon.